Hi guys, this is Bruno with another ice skating vlog representing Ice Baddies. So this week we're gonna do something a little bit different from what we usually show you guys.
You remember that video we did a while ago about whether or not we can pass a figure skating test? Obviously it was a joke back then. We've been skating for 2 weeks, so there was absolutely no way, and basically we just used the Learn to Skate program description to kind of determine how much we have learned in those 2 weeks. But guess what? This time is for reals. We are getting ready for our very first figure skating test, and this is super exciting. So we work with several coaches and they generally work together in a coordinated effort. The first time the subject ever came up, the option that we've been given is to do our first test this coming summer of 2021, so most likely July. So we thought we had more than half a year to get ready. However, last week we skated with our coach Kala, and she looked at us and she thinks that we might be ready to do our test already by mid-January. So this is kind of the target timeline that she set up for us. We have no idea if we will actually be ready by then, but it puts a bit of pressure on us and we feel like it's gonna get us motivated to really crunch it and to really get it out and hopefully get some better results.
So to help us stay motivated, make sure you hit that subscribe button
and the bell button.
So we usually say that our rink is always empty in the mornings. Today we got here and there was a group of
45 kids.
But since we're practicing for our pre-preliminary tests, they gave us a small rink. Yeah, so we're gonna be practicing on a small rink today instead of the big one.
We've been exiled.
Yeah, I guess it's better than nothing. The good thing about training with different coaches is that they all have different perspectives that lead to the same end goal.
The way we get multiple views on the same topic, but there's a catch. Every now and again, their views are quite a bit different on how things should be done. For example, one of the things that we have encountered is the requirement for doing the edges exercise. Some of the coaches require us to use our free leg and extend it forward as we finish our, what is it called, loop, curve. I guess, curve. And other coaches require that we just do basic and keep the free foot attached to the other leg the entire time and not move it at all. And the less we move, the better. So obviously none of them are wrong and all of them are right. So we're just kind of adjusting and trying different options to see what works best for us in the end. And this is the approach we take a lot in training that we brought with us from our dance experience, is when you take classes with more than one coach or more than one teacher, you often get quite different opinions on the same topics. So you just have to be patient, not argue, but keep an open mind and accept every point of view and accept every advice and try it. And then in the end, we just figure out what works best for us personally.
So you can take a little bit from everybody's perspective and kind of create your own version.
We find that approach very helpful. So hopefully it helps you too. If you guys have been watching our videos for a while, you probably know by now that even though we take quite a few lessons, we also practice a lot on our own. And that is really helpful, but also it comes with its own challenges. we feel like we really have to be organized and we have to be structured in the way that we approach our own practices. So we just wanted to share a little bit of how we do things. Full disclaimer, we're not coaches. We're not claiming this is the correct way or the only correct way. We just wanted to share how we do things in hopes that it might be helpful for you as well.
So it's how it works best for us.
Exactly.
Are we recording before the music starts?
So today's practice day, and we're just gonna work on our movements by ourselves. No coach today. Gonna do it all on our own, like the grown-ups we're supposed to be. We thought our edges were good until we started practicing for this test. Now, suddenly, even the forward outside edge doesn't work.
We try to make a list of things that we want to practice on this particular day and then kind of prioritize them in order from what is already kind of working or what already seems fairly easy to what is not working at all or is super difficult.
Cheered a little bit, but I think it was a little better.
And then what we do from there is we kind of mix it all up to not get overwhelmed and to not get too bored doing the same thing over and over. But we try to mix the most difficult things with the most easy things. And then the easy things we would maybe do once or twice. If it works perfect, we move on. Then we really focus on grinding the difficult things until they start at least somewhat working.
Sometimes they start looking worse, so that's when we change up. Okay, we're getting a little bit overwhelmed with this one. We keep getting stuck. So we're gonna move on to wall sits for now and then maybe come back to it maybe a little bit later. If not, we're just gonna practice next day, maybe tomorrow.
We noticed that if you really focus on this one move that is really not working out and you get really mad and you're like, I'm so gonna do this thing and I'm gonna keep doing it until it works, oftentimes it kind of starts improving a little bit and then you reach what I call a point of no return, where it just becomes too much and it just stops working completely and you can't get it back up again. This is the point where we feel like we get overwhelmed and we get too frustrated, it just becomes too much. So we know right away if we start feeling like this, it's a great time to switch to something else, ideally to something else that is easy for you. So it gives you a little bit of motivation.
Some ego boost.
Some ego boost, exactly. It kind of reminds you that you don't completely suck like 100% of the time, which is a very easy mindset to fall into when things are not working. So we find those little things that are like, okay, I can't do these edges to save my life, so I'm just gonna go and like whip up that spin just to feel good about myself. And then I'm reset and I can keep going.
This is so frustrating, oh my god. I can't. Let's like do jumps or spins or something just to, you know, vary it out a little bit. Today's just one of those days, guys. I mean, it happens. Not every practice has to work perfect. Today's one didn't work at all. Let's see, maybe better luck tomorrow.
Faye got lucky because she already has enough flexibility to do the spirals. For me, it's a little bit more complicated, so I decided to pick up some off-ice training since I'm really determined to get these spirals. So hopefully I can get a little bit better flexibility and get a little stronger to lift the leg a little higher. So I think it got a little better since yesterday, but the leg is still a little bent, but I think the height was better. I just need to get there sooner. Right now I'm taking too long to lift the leg. So I think that's it for today. Hopefully tomorrow we can get it a little better. This is how far we got this week. Hopefully we can get it better. We will keep on practicing. And
Still have till January.
yeah, we still have till January. So we just wanted to show you guys how far we could get since we started focusing on working towards testing, towards doing the first test.
And also how we approach it, in hopes that it might be helpful for someone else.
So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and next week we will have some more ice skating for you guys.